Welcome to this guided breathwork meditation for anxiety, specifically meant for my babes out there with ADHD, like me. So when we have ADHD and we're also anxious, it can be so hard to do things like meditation, especially the way most meditation is taught. You're going to be sitting in stillness. Even listening to someone else's voice can be really tricky. The other thing that can be really hard when we have ADHD and anxiety are those calming breathwork practices right off the bat. Sometimes our mind is just going way too fast for those to work. So this is a practice that you can use to gently come out of anxiety, to gently come out of things like panic or stress, and to soothe your nervous system back into a place where you feel more regulated. We are never ever going to be in a place where we're always regulated, right? The strength comes from having a flexible nervous system so that we do get anxious and then we come back, right? We go into a state of fight or flight, we come back into the state of safety. And that's what practices like this one, which combine somatic healing practices with breath work, can do. So I invite you to lay down flat on the ground. I'm going to tilt my body this way so you can see me. Laying back. I like to put my feet flat on the ground, knees up, but you can go all the way down if you like, at least to start. I'll eventually cue you to have those feet come back up. Now, all I want you to do is simply breathe in and out through the nose if you can. Out of the mouth as you exhale. As you lay here on the ground, notice all of the places your body comes in contact with the ground beneath you. Maybe you feel the ground behind your head, your chest, back, shoulders area, your hips, thighs, butt, and your feet. Notice where your lower back is. Is it a little bit curved up or is it pressed into the floor? Now I want you to go ahead and bend the knees, placing the soles of the feet flat onto the ground. And notice now, where is your pelvis? Where is the lower back? Is it better able to press into the ground? Hopefully so. That's a little bit more stabilizing, and for this practice, this is the position that I would prefer you to be in. So now what I want you to do is take your hands and place them on your belly. I like to do one hand below the belly button, one hand above, or both hands on the side. What I want you to do now is breathe into that space where your hands are. Letting the belly rise and fall just with your inhale and exhale. Perfect. This helps to lengthen our breath, gently soothe our breath, soothe our nervous system. And oftentimes when we're stressed, we'll find that we're breathing into our chest. We might be breathing short breaths, shallow breaths. So hands on the belly there, letting that be biofeedback for you. Noticing how the belly moves as you inhale and exhale. Now what I want you to do is gently press the right foot into the ground. And now the left. Really no movement here other than just gently pressing down against the floor beneath you. You'll feel your quad, your hamstring, and your glute activate. That's just the front of your leg, the back of your leg, and your butt. Feel it get a little bit more tense each time you press down. Keep breathing as you press those feet into the ground, one side and then the other. All right, perfect. So it's giving us a little bit of bilateral stimulation, which again helps to soothe the nervous system, get us out of fight, flight, out of anxiety. So now what I want you to do is on the pattern of 4 in, 4 out. So inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4. I want you to march the feet as you breathe. So it's going to look like this. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, out. All right. Now, if you don't like lifting the whole foot up, that's totally okay. Keep the toes on the ground and just drop the heel. Okay? In and out, in, out, in, out. So together, breathing in and out in 3, 2, 1. In, out. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. All right, back into stillness now. Let the feet be still. Now what I want you to try is bringing the feet to touch, feet still flat on the ground, but touching the sides of the feet, the arches, the heels, the toes, big toe, come together. Go ahead and let your hands be down by your side. And we're gonna practice a bit of butterfly hips or butterfly knees. And it just looks like this. You're gonna let the right hip, knee drop to the side, come back together, and then the left. Move at your own pace and to your range of motion. If you feel like this is too tight for you and you don't like it, you can go back to lifting the feet. But what I want you to do is move so that it's an inhale as your right leg goes out, exhale as the left leg goes out. So it'll look like this. In, drop the right and up. Out, drop the left and up. In, drop the right and up. Out, drop the left and up. Let's do it for 5 more counts. 3 more. 1 more. Perfect. Bring yourself back to stillness. Spreading the feet out. Noticing how you're feeling now. Probably a lot of relaxation in the lower body. If you'd like, you can windshield wiper the knees over to one side and give yourself a little spinal twist. If that feels good for you. Really listening to your body. The final thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do butterfly taps on the chest, okay? So crossing the right and left hands, making like a little butterfly. Thumbs come together, put them on the chest. And as you inhale, we're gonna do a count of 4. So you'll touch right, left, out, 2, 3, 4. It's a little bit faster. It'll sound like this. In, out, in, out, in, out. All right? So we're gonna do 8 counts of this, tapping and breathing at the same time. I know it might seem a little bit like trying to rub your head, pat your stomach, but just move at your own pace. If you lose the count, that's totally okay. The point here is that you're tapping and you're breathing at the same time, okay? I don't really care how fast or slow you're going. Just tap and breathe at the same time. All right, you ready? Let's go. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. 2 more. In, out, in, out. Last time. Letting the hands come by the sides now. Noticing how you're feeling, if you still feel those anxious thoughts, those ruminating thoughts, the hamster wheel in your brain. Maybe because I mentioned it just now you're thinking that you're anxious again, but hopefully not. Whenever you're ready, you can roll back up to seated position. Ooh. Oh. Got a little head rush, that's okay. Perfect. So now you have a really easy tool to help you come out of an anxious state. We used breath into the belly. We used bilateral stimulation via the legs and the hands, and then we also used self-touch. All of these are really lovely ways to come out of those anxious thoughts, out of that fight and flight mode, and into the mode of safety, which is where we want to be, right? I do want you to know that this might not be the thing that works for you all the time. And maybe you did that with me now and you thought, that fucking sucked. You don't want to do it again. That's totally okay, right? There are so many breathwork practices out there, so many somatic practices out there, and find what works for you. I have a lot of videos here on YouTube that I would love for you to check out. You can also find me on Instagram at Leslie Draffin. And if you'd like some more support, just head over to my YouTube page, check out those links. You can find a link to book a free one-on-one chat with me. I'm really proud of you for being here. I'm proud of you for taking some time out of your very busy day to get to know yourself, to nourish yourself, to give yourself a little love, and to learn the language of your nervous system and befriend your body. I hope you subscribe to my channel and come see me again. New videos are out every Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll see you next time.